Hello. Oh, my goodness, my hair was covering it. Okay. Sorry about that. Hello. I'm going to do a reading for the sign of Gemini today. Gemini, how are you doing lately? Right now, collectively, there are no planets in your sign. However, the collective midheaven in tropical astrology is in your sign. What does that mean? It means that the main focus of a lot of the world now is communication. How do we learn to communicate with one another? Getting to know the way another person's mind works as well. The curiosity of Gemini. Vesta is also in your sign, along with part of fortune. The part of fortune is also in Gemini right now. In tropical Western astrology. If you're interested, you should go look into it and see what it could mean for you. This reading is going to be mainly for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, but also Venus, Midheaven, and Stelliums. So, Gemini. I'm going to shuffle 3 more times, and then I'm going to split it in 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to split it. Okay, Gemini. 1, 2, 3. What's the current situation, Gemini? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. What's covering this Ace of Pentacles right now for Gemini? 6 of Wands. All right. Maybe you're getting some recognition for something, a gift being given for some hard work. Let's look at what is crowning for Gemini. Crowning for Gemini. Nine of Swords. Okay. Looks like there is still quite a bit on your mind in your crown chakra. Let's look at your root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, at your root, we do have some earth there. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's look at what the recent past might have looked like for Gemini. Recent past. Recent past. Scorpionic energy we have here with the Death card. What else? And the Empress. Death card with the Empress. I'm getting that maybe for some out there, not all, either this could involve a relationship that ended with someone else, or a part of you, a part of a feminine side, parts of your feminine side. This could be for any man or woman, okay? We all have masculine and feminine. But when I get the death card with the Empress, this could be in spiritual aspect of a part of your feminine side died. Doesn't mean it's dead, but it had to die and almost transmute. The inner anima. Carl Jung, represents the mother, right? Our relationship to our mothers from childhood, which has, it plays a part in what we grow up to become in many ways, because they are the example that we see in life. Or if it's not your biological mom, just the mother figure that you looked up to or that set the example for you. That's one theory here I'm getting. The other one is in a literal sense. Maybe you lost a mother. Maybe you didn't lose them yet, but perhaps something is going on to where you are realizing that you could lose them soon. Either because they're getting older, or I don't know, right? Or it's possibly something that they got sick. Let's just keep going. I want to look at just a card to represent you right now before I look towards anything that might be coming towards you or distant outcomes and such. I want to look at what's the energy that you're kind of in right now, Gemini? You do have the current situation being the Ace of Pentacles, covered by the Six of Wands. So let's look at you, Gemini. Okay, so Virgo energy, we have the Magician. The Magician. Okay. Maybe you feel like you're starting from square one. The Magician is the number one card, right? Perhaps you feel like after going through something in the recent past, you're now having to start at square one, and your soul feels like it's starting over from square one in some way. Yeah, maybe. Let's look at your environmental influences. Environment for Gemini. Environment for Gemini. Environment for Gemini. The Hermit. We have another major arcana. This is actually also another Virgo card. Maybe you have a lot of Virgo in your chart. This is the outside. So outside influences, I feel maybe you notice around you people, you're noticing different sides of them. Maybe you're starting to recognize the more spiritual side of outsiders. of people around you, sticking out more. Maybe in the past, it didn't really stick out as much. Like, you might have always had an awareness of it being there, right? But maybe it wasn't something that stuck out as much as it is now. And maybe it has something to do with your recent experience of why you're in this feeling right now, noticing something different in the world. Like your view of the world is changed in many ways based off of the experiences you've gone through. Not just in the recent past, but in culmination from your entire life story. Let's look at what's in your subconscious hopes and fears. Subconscious hopes and fears for Gemini. Subconscious hopes and fears for Gemini. Well, you want to leave a legacy, right? You want it to be more solidified. This is your ultimate hope. In the back of your subconscious mind, you always seek this. The legacy that you want to leave, whether it be amongst family, friends, if you have children, to leave with your kids. And another thing I'm getting too is you want to become more spiritually inclined. Whenever I see this card, well, not all the time, but right now it's really sticking out. So this looks like 1111, right? What is 1111? It's the spiritual master number. It's synchronicities in numbers. And I really get that you want to tap more into your spiritual nature. Like numerology. You want to be more in touch with your ancestors. Maybe they're also a part of your legacy as well. They created a legacy with you. You are a part of their legacy. Oh, that's another thing I get. Now let's go to what could possibly come forwards. What could come towards you in the soon to come forwards to you, Gemini. Soon, I'm being called. Okay. So this could be a fire sign, yes. It could be. It is the Knight of Wands. That's some more wands. Well, there could be a fire sign. If not a fire sign, it could represent someone very impulsive, fiery, passionate though, but might have a short temper. Short temper could lead to this, where it's like arguments. Maybe. I don't know over what, but it could stir some stuff up. Maybe could be a friend, could be a new love interest if you're single. I'm going to pull another card. Oh, okay, it's the World card that comes after that. So this could be the very thing that helps to trigger you then, whatever this is. Yes, you've had to deal with, for the ones I'm reading for, it looks like you've had to deal with some major stuff in your recent past. If this doesn't represent a mother, this could represent a lover as well, right? Doesn't have to mean an actual literal death. It could also mean there was a relationship, a bond, something deep that ended. And it was very difficult because these are two major arcana, so this is a life-changing event that happened. The other theory I came up with was that maybe it's a death of a part of you, a part of your feminine side as well. Having to shift and change into a different type of feminine, depending on your circumstances. And in your current, we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a gift coming, right? I don't know what that gift is, but it's something that is here to help you. Whether it's finances, whether it's just a literal gift given to you, or it could be something spiritual. Whatever it is, it's something of value. And it has victory there. So it's something good. That's another thing that tells me this is something good, not bad. But in your crown, it looks like there's a lot of torture here in your mind, in your crown chakra. Something is really painful up there. It's in an area where those outside of you cannot see, and only you see and feel. In your root chakra, I like to look at this as the root chakra in this particular read right now. It feels very stuck, stagnant. The flow, the chi, right? Maybe it's like a stagnation down here that has a blockage. So it can only go so far. So maybe this could be something of insight to help you maybe try and do things that could help with your root chakra and your crown chakra. So both root and crown chakra. But like I said, in the soon to come forwards, I drew the Knight of Wands, the fiery, impulsive, passionate individual who can, yes, bring some upheaval, some fights, some arguments, maybe some debates. But it just looks more like it could get kind of, stir the pot, right? However, it plays a part in your growth. At least that's what I'm getting message-wise. It will have a part that it plays in your overall growth because the world comes right after that as well. So every step in life, I feel, the good and the bad, they all have purpose and meaning on our journey, on the stairway of growth. Even if they're really uncomfortable experiences, all those little steps, events, add to the people that we become, the soul that we become, the individual that we grow up to be. Now, I want to look at, I just got a peek at the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom here. So this could be, like I said, it's all a part of the circle of life, the Ouroboros, right? Let's look at the possible distant outcome for you, Gemini. The possible distant outcome for Gemini, maybe. Okay, so there is a 10. There's a 9 in your crown chakra right now. There is a 10 of swords that shows up here. There is an 8 of swords. There is a 7 of swords. Wow. 10 with the 9 in your crown, 8, 7, but the Page of Pentacles appears afterwards. Now, really work on your crown chakra. Because I made that connection just there after pulling this in the possible. Remember, possible, not fated, possible distant outcome. Made a correlation to what's in your crown right now being the 9 of swords. I believe even more so now that it is very crucial for you to work on the crown. So yes, work on your root, but work very hard on your crown chakra. All in the mind. The 9 of swords is about spirits invading your space. Yes, we have control over our thoughts, but you know what? It's easier said than done. Yes, I do believe that we have more power. But when people try and say, oh, just stop thinking about it, just stop thinking so much, well, it's easy for them to say, right? It takes a lot of effort. And depending on what you're dealing with and what you're going through right now, no one else knows but you of what you're really feeling, what you're dealing with. But work on your crown. I feel this can be avoided, honestly. I really do. Just work on that crown chakra of yours, meditation, and finding some quiet time. Go out in nature. Really put yourself in the present moment as much as you can. Pay attention to how the wind feels when it blows in your face, your hair. Breathe it in, just little things like that, can really help to reset your mind. And it doesn't have to be for hours and hours, like do a little bit each day. And I feel going out in nature, like literally going up north or going camping or just getting out of the city for a little bit where you're bombarded by all this 5G and all this, technology. It's so important to clear your mind and get out of that if you can, in any way you can. So, but then I had the 8. So this tells me even more. This is not some literal thing, okay? I don't think someone's going to stab you. I think this is going to have to do with you and how you learn to get yourself out of self-sabotage caused from your own mind, from your own mind space. Because your mind can trick you. Your mind can trick you. Trying to put more swords over here. You see? It's almost like this guy is trying to sneak and steal swords from somewhere else to try and put you in a more bounded place. Now, I'm not talking about someone outside of you. I'm talking about the shadow part of you, the little voice in your head that tries to tell you you can't do it. That voice in your head that keeps trying to tell you you will never succeed. That's what this is. No one is doing it. It's that little voice that maybe the low self-worth, if you struggle with it, everyone does to some degree, okay? Talks to you and says, nope, we're going to keep her bound here, or he or she. So, but after that, I think there might be an earth sign. Maybe Page of Pentacles here. If this is not an earth sign that comes in to help you to get out of this, reminding you, hey, Gemini, stop doing this to yourself. Stop sabotaging yourself. You are worth, you're priceless. Your worth cannot be determined by anyone else but you. But I see your worth, right? I see your worth. Page of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. This very well could have something to do with your inner feminine. So for men, they have your anima that represents your mother, right? But women also have something in them that represents their mother, which is, I think it's called the core. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they also have a particular relationship with their mom. And this could be about healing that side, right? What's the inner voice? And maybe it was never the mom that did it. Maybe it was just over experiences and you felt that maybe it wasn't intentional pain that was trying to be inflicted. But since everyone's so unique, we could always take things the wrong way. And another individual outside of us has no idea, right? That's another thing I want to bring up as well. Okay, every situation's different. But let me get back on track on what I was trying to say. So there could be an earth sign that comes in and shines the pentacle of value on this is you. Sure, you're an air sign, yes. Gemini, I understand, yes. We're air signs, right? Well, my moon's in Gemini, but anyways, an out of bounds moon as well, by the way. Anyways, enough of me. So almost to kind of be like giving you a proposition, because I feel this is you, right? Especially if you've been stuck in such a way. Wanting to shine a light and to bring to your attention the beauty that you are, man or woman, okay? Shining a light to your inner feminine side, the beauty that is there. I would say definitely work on your crown chakra, okay? The crown, the mind, and your root. So I hope you enjoyed that, Gemini. Yes, collective midheaven is in your sign right now. So this is all about learning, not only about ourselves and how we communicate, how we express, but also about how others outside of us communicate and express themselves. The curiosity of why certain people are the way they are. And yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. The major arcanas I have here, I'll just name off really quick. So we do have the Scorpio death card, right? We have the Empress, which is Taurus. We have the World card, all fixed signs here, okay? We have the Magician, which is Virgo, and yourself here. And your environmental influences, we have the Hermit, which is also Virgo. So that's what I have for you, Gemini, and I wish you the best. You are absolutely beautiful in every way. You are super intelligent, and you have that gift of being able to see from both sides of the spectrum. You know how to understand people. Yes, you can play devil's advocate, but you can see from both sides of the spectrum, the shadow and the light, very well from the ones I've read and known in my life. So I appreciate you guys very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.